If you are going through a difficult time, and if I were to say to you, I understand how you feel, that may or may not be true. None of us can truly understand what someone else is going through, but God can. See, on the cross, Jesus Christ experienced every suffering known to us. Hebrews chapter 4 verse 15 tells us that we do not have a high priest who cannot sympathize with our weaknesses. Have you been through emotional suffering? Well, Jesus Christ was betrayed. He was abandoned by his best friends. He was lied about in court. Have you been through spiritual suffering? Well, the sin of every human being, every adulterer, every murderer, every thief was put upon Jesus Christ. Have you been through physical suffering? Well, his back was whipped, so he understands back pain. There was a crown of thorns on his head, so he understands what migraine looks like. He understands what it feels to be paralyzed because his hands and his feet were nailed to the cross. You may have heard the name Joni Eareckson Tada. She went through a terrible diving accident in the Chesapeake Bay. She was paralyzed. She became a quadriplegic. She went through a time of utter bitterness and resentment and anger, especially towards God. Why would God allow this to happen? 3 years after her accident, she was lying in the bed and her friend Cindy was with her. And Cindy told her, you know, God understands what it means to be paralyzed. He was nailed to the cross by his hands and by his feet. So he knows what it feels like to be paralyzed. The cross is God's way of saying, I understand your suffering.